Like literally, I don't know anything about NFTs at this point, and I just need you to feed my brain with knowledge. Like that's what I want from you.
Can you explain what an NFT is?
Creating an NFT.
NFTs.
We've all been hearing the term NFT buzzing around, but what the hell is it? I sat down with NFT artist and educator Michaela Lallouz to give me the 411. She's all over the NFT space. Not only does she create her own digital artwork, but she's also teaching people how to dive into this new technology. In your definition, what is an NFT?
First of all, I'm honored, by the way, to be the one educating you. So an NFT it stands for non-fungible token. Just right off the bat, it's tokens that live on the blockchain and represent ownership of unique items. So let's take it back. So non-fungible tokens. So something that's non-fungible means that it can't be exchanged. So something that's non-fungible, for example, is the Mona Lisa. Okay, that is unique. You know what I mean? It can't be replaced. You can't take a Mona Lisa that was painted by somebody else and then exchange it for the original Mona Lisa. It is non-fungible. Something that's fungible is currency, money. So let's say I have 5 $1 bills. I could go to the bank and I could exchange that for one $5 bill. That's something that's fungible. I think there's a big misconception as to what an NFT is, and people don't realize that it's a technology, it's a token that lives on the blockchain.
Okay, so you can't trade it, is what you're saying.
So, okay, you can trade NFTs, of course, like you can, sell them, but you can't say that one NFT is worth another, like the same value as the other NFT. It's unique. It has like a, like an
data identifier.
Yeah, each one is unique. So a lot of people are like, okay, I could just screenshot this. The big right click save conversation, which I really like. And it's true. I mean, you can screenshot it. But it's the same thing with the Mona Lisa example, is that I can go on Amazon or I could go on the internet and I could right click save the Mona Lisa. Am I going to be able to sell the Mona Lisa? Is it the Mona Lisa? Can I say, hey guys, I own the Mona Lisa now? No, right? So that's how the people sound when they say I could just screenshot it. I feel bad for those people because they're missing out on this world that's happening right now.
So from what we've seen on the news and things like that, an NFT, from what we've seen, is like an artwork, right? So it's a digital artwork. But the more I'm reading, NFTs aren't just digital art, right? They represent so much. So do you want to get into that? And I guess like the different layers of what NFTs are?
Yeah, sure. So it's an indicator in the name. So we kind of covered now non-fungible, and we get the idea that it's unique. Everyone is unique. So then the next part would be token. So what is a token? A token can be a pass. So like NFTs can be used as a pass, a digital pass. For example, Gary Vaynerchuk, he's very, famous entrepreneur. And if you own 2 of his VFriend NFTs, you get access to VCon. So that's using an NFT as a pass. So it could be a pass. It could be, of course, artwork. And it could be pretty much anything, because again, it's a token. So the token can represent anything. It could be something, in exchange for something physical. If you have an NFT, you can get access maybe to music or to pre-sale for clothing. It could be digital wearables. So you can have, clothing in the metaverse, which we can get to. So it could be many, many things. It's not just artwork. It's not just JPEGs, it could be a lot.
I know that you were talking to me about Web3. And I mean, my next question to you was going to be like, what should we know before investing in NFTs? And I know from our previous conversation, you were like, before that, we need to know what Web3 is. So I guess, do you want to take me through what we need to know before purchasing an NFT?
Yeah, of course. We'd love to. So I see a lot of people just jumping into the space. They see on Instagram, this photo of this animal sold for, $2 million or whatever. And it did. Like that, it is true. That news is true. There's a lot of money being, traded in the space. But the thing is that you can't fully understand NFTs unless you understand the blockchain, like what's going on in the blockchain, and also like where we're moving with the internet. And then that leads us to the conversation of Web3. So to understand Web3, let's go to Web1. So Web1 was the creation of the internet. It was the dot-com boom, creation of Yahoo. And then we moved to Web2, which was the creation of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. And then we're now in Web3, which is metaverse, digital assets, NFTs, and blockchain, decentralization. So that is what Web3 is, and NFTs are in that. We're moving into that that space and that time. So a lot of people, you know, if they're kind of hesitant to learn about NFTs or Web3, it's like, well, we're moving into that. You know what I mean? Like this is where we are. So get knowledge, get into it, and get excited about it because there's a place for everybody. This encompasses everything: music, film, just anything. Yeah.
So before we even think about how to start purchasing NFTs, we have to kind of understand that there's this third universe that is being built that all of us are going to start living in, called the metaverse.
Yeah, so Web 2, what was interesting about that is that we became the product. And Web 3, we can own the product.
Okay.
So that's kind of the movement that's going on, as well as decentralization. And to understand like how big decentralization is, we would look at centralization. You know, centralization is, for example, if you want to open up a bank account, you have to have an ID, a home, address, like be, you know, somebody to the government, be registered. But with blockchain technology, anybody, no matter what their financial background is, can open up a bank account. That's quite fascinating. Another perk of blockchain technology is anybody around the world can pretty much have a company together. Like we can work together and have like a bank account together, which is, it opens up a lot of doors. So there's doors that are being opened. We are at the beginning stage of it. And yeah, people are doing extraordinary things.
Okay, thank you. I mean, this was an extremely informative first lesson for me. And I think a lot of people are going to watch this and be like, oh, like, oh, I'm starting to get it now. Okay, great girl. Thanks so much. Have a good night. I know it's late for you, so I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe to our Narcity channel to see more great content.